Well over 90 degrees, almost 95. Oh my Lord, it feels good in here. Almost 95 degrees on the outside and 63 on the inside. This thing's definitely doing its job. I'm super excited today. Last year my AC went out and I have just had so much other stuff going on, I've not had a chance to deal with it. And today I got a mini split in. I'm gonna check this thing out. So I just went and met the truck from R&L, and this is the inside unit that hangs on the wall. This is the line set. This is the outdoor compressor heat pump, whatever you can call that. And I'm ready to get this put in. And it is a Cooper & Hunter 24,000 BTU mini split that does heat and air, and it runs off 220 volt electricity. Here's the line set, 16 feet. And then we're getting some cap blocks to set the unit on. There's a unit, and that's where I'm gonna go through. I gotta center it up, level it up still. And we're gonna go straight through there. And then it'll come across under the floor. And like I say, this is the only wall that I have that's big enough to mount this on. And we're worried about height because I couldn't find it with a 25 foot line set was sold out by the time I was ready to order. So we're gonna put our hole right down here in the bottom corner of the closet, straight down, and then possibly have to make a hole in this cabinet for it to go down, but the line set's gonna go right down through there because we're gonna put it in here and come out of this wall. But if you can see, my old AC unit's in here and we've blown it out. It's nasty in there because we've got in there trying to clean the coil and stuff. And all this is going to come out eventually anyway. I didn't expect this unit to be that big. It is 42.5 inches long, if I'm right. One thing you want to make sure you don't do is pull the wrong end through. So on the electrical connections, I don't have it where I can show you here, but I took a piece of rope and pulled the line back through all the way under the house, all the way to the unit, and then turned around, pulled the rope and pulled it all the way back through, right through the unit. It was slow, you had to be careful, but these ends on the other end won't fit this. You need the ones that look straight, not the ones that have the hooks and the eyelets. They go to the outside unit. I watched videos and read up on it, and it all said it didn't really matter. Either one would go either place. But on this unit, you have to have the ones with the straight fingers to go into the indoor unit. Well, I've been out here just working on all kind of stuff today, and I've been in and out of the house a couple of times, and I wanted to show you guys. If you come over here, I got one of the old school thermometers, and it is right at 90 degrees outside, a little over 90 according to that, if you can see it. And then walk in the house, and that is so nice. The house is a freaking wreck because I've been running back and forth through everything. But I've had the thermostat on the unit has been set on 62 ever since I installed it yesterday, and it looks like it hangs out over that wall. I wished I would have spaced it in just a little bit, but that's not bothering me a bit. I do have the Wi-Fi connector, so you can see on the app, and I'll try to show the app later in the video. I've had every door in the house open. That air conditioning unit in there in the bedroom, that one is not on. I turned it off last night about 11:30 because it kicked off. This one was cooling good enough that it kicked it off. So with that set on 72 or 62, if you come around here to my old thermostat that used to run the central heat and air unit, if you can see this, 66, and it's over 90 degrees outside, and it is extremely cool, very cool in this house. Every room in the house. I have one fan going right here, and I do have one fan going in there, but all in all, it is all in all, that's it. Now, what I'm gonna do, there is another setting on here, and that's what I had it on yesterday. It's called Turbo, where it takes it off automatic and puts it on just a straight wide open fan. So turn the LED on, turbo on. Well, when you hit it, it'll say turbo off, turbo on, and you hear it. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I heard the fan picking up speed, and now it'll start blowing harder. It's going to blow at its coldest setting. I want to see if it can get it back down to 62 in here, but even if it doesn't, I am extremely happy with this. Now the telltales is how long is it going to last. That's what I'm looking for next. And the only way that I found to control it is either by the app. There's no buttons on the unit itself, the app or the remote. And I do still have to put the underpinning back together. Like I say, I have been pressure washing on the big truck and all that stuff. But when I'm gonna finish nailing it to the ground and doing the underpinning here in a little bit, and it'll be done. So just kind of wanted to give an update. It was so nice because for about a year now, I've been sleeping with that bedroom door closed, and anytime throughout the day, it's over 90 degrees in this house, just stuffy as can be. And the drain, the condensation tube, is just flooding water out of it outside. Or it was yesterday, it was earlier. It has drawn a ton of moisture out of the house. So very happy right now, just wait and see how long it lasts. So I finally had a chance to wipe the walls down and kind of clean up around some of this stuff. And I wanted to show you guys in the closet. This is where the line set came through. And guys, keep in mind, this is not what I do for a living. I just needed air conditioning. So I got to go through and trim some of the spray foam up right there. I just put it there just because. I came through this shelf. I called it a cabinet earlier. I know it's not a cabinet. It was really hot in here when I was making the first part of this video. A tip that I got is to wrap this in Gorilla Tape all the way down past where the joints go together, which is about right here. I did that. They say that keeps the condensation from running out and going down the wall and running your wall. And then I still have to trim up the spray foam down there at the bottom. And that's about all I got left. This is about 2 weeks later after the installation, and this thing is doing a very good job. So it's been about 2 hours since I went in and checked the temperature. I have been in and out a couple of times, but if you see, right there it is. There's 90. Yeah, there's 90. So it's well over 90 degrees, almost 95. Let's go and see what it is since I've turned it up on high. I turned the fan on the high setting and turned it down as low and cool as it would go. And I was about to walk in and grab me a bottle of water. Oh my Lord, it feels good in here. In comparison, it was 66 when we came in earlier, and it's still 90 degrees. The only difference is I took it off auto and turned the fan up. It's got a turbo button on it that makes the fan blow on a higher speed. And grab it. I mean, it's putting out some air. I don't know how to show you guys on camera how much air it is putting out, but it is really putting out some air. But to bring it back down from 66 to 63 when it was already up losing ground when I just had on automatic, and I imagine, you know, it's energy saving, so it's not going to be on like wide open all the time. So I'm tickled to death. So it is a new day. Just figured I'd start here at the thermostat, 70 degrees, and I had this thing set on 68. That's where I leave it on automatic, on just auto. But I wanted to show you guys something with the Wi-Fi light on right here. The way you have to order an additional piece to get the Wi-Fi to work. So what you do is, this looks like a USB thumb drive right there. You have to order that separate. It's like around $50-ish, and it just pushes into the lid right there. And once you do that, I didn't look up a Cooper and Hunter app. I already had the little bedroom unit, the Medea portable AC unit. Here's the box. I'm leaving links to all this stuff in the description to the exact what I ordered. Anyway, I was thinking, hey, I'm just going to try, since I've already got that app downloaded, and see will it work this unit. And it does. You see the Medea Air app right here in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And it pulls up the bedroom AC and the home AC. The home AC is a mini split. The bedroom AC is the little self-standing AC I have in the bedroom. It tells you the weather for outside. It tells you the temperature inside the house on both sides. Now this is a new day, so don't expect this to correlate with what was in that past clip of the video. So at the top you see outdoor 73, indoor 66. You can go to cool for straight air conditioning. You can go to dry for like a dehumidifier. You can go to a fan if you don't want to do anything but circulate air. I leave it on auto on 68 and it seems to be doing an excellent job. Or you can turn on heat. I'm not really going to mess with the heat too much. I did turn it on and leave it on for a little while to make sure that it was going to work. But it's too hot to be messing with heat. All I needed to know was it was going to work, and I left it on for probably about 20 minutes and it worked really good. Anyway, if you see down here on the little dial, the power button in the middle turns it off and on. 68 is where it's set in the middle. You can either hit the minus or the plus symbols right there, or you can just move it by moving this dial. And the 60 and 86 you see on the left and right, that's the maximum minimum of what you can set it to. And then the unit itself is only capable of going down to 62. So if you go to 60, it's not going to stay on 60. It'll bounce back to 62. But like I say, 68 seems to be the sweet spot for me right now. And sometimes if you get to pushing the buttons too fast on it, it will lag a minute and take a second to catch up. And I have been out of town and used this. This is about 2 weeks later since the installation. And I have used it whenever I would go to town, when I would go out of town, and I would turn it, turn it to less cool when I'm gone. But when I'm on my way home, I'll turn it down so it'll be cooler in the house when I get here. And I don't have enough good stuff to say about this unit. Anyway, you pull the little drop down up from the bottom, and fan speed favorite, so I can set it to 68 auto on favorite, add that as a favorite, and that way it's like a shortcut to get you back to it. The vertical swing and horizontal swing is so the door will swing up and down while it's running to kind of move the air around instead of just coming out in one direction all the time. The eco mode, that's power saving. That's just to kind of save on the electric bill, but it may not keep up as well. The fan's not going to stay on high as much. It's eco mode. And from what I've seen so far, it does great. I left it on eco mode that first day, I think. After it got my house cooled down, I put it on eco mode just to see I'd keep up, and it didn't keep up as well as it did on straight auto, but it still kept it extremely comfortable in the house. Boost is like the turbo button for the remote control. When you push it, it kicks it up on high and it will blow your air back from across the room. Sleep curve, if you want it really cool when you lay down, but you didn't mind it warming up as the night went on, you can do something like that. FP, I'm not sure what that is, and it says this function can only be used when in heat mode. Well, I'll check that out this winter. Schedules. This thing allows you to really schedule out your week if you needed to do that. I don't really have a need for all this, so I probably won't mess with it, but it does have that capability to set it so on Wednesday next week you could have it where the temperature would come down really low or really high, or high, just however you want to do it. I don't really see a need for all that stuff myself, but it is capable of that. And this is the Medea Home app, and
like I say, I have no complaints so far. I'm a pretty big Google Assistant user, so I'm sure I'll try to integrate it with Google Home eventually, but I haven't messed with that yet. It shouldn't be a big deal to where you can just say, Google, uh, set my home AC to 72 degrees, and that worked. I just haven't had a chance to get into all that yet. So that's about it for the app.
And here's the outdoor. So I did come through down there with the line set, and I came through here with the electrical. And guys, you guys have heard the microphone on my phone. It's all I'm recording through, and I'm gonna hold you right up against this unit. This thing is super, super, super quiet. If you get right in front of the airflow, you can hear it a little bit more. But I know earlier in the video, I think there was something else running out here that made it sound horribly loud. But yeah, I started kind of spray foaming some of the little holes up, but this is an old place. I wasn't going to fill them all, so I just stopped. But like I say, this is a 220 unit. I just disconnected the 220 from here to there. There's a reason I didn't show that on video, is because I'm no electrician, and I didn't know I had it right until I didn't get electrocuted. So, I'm not trying to get anyone hurt. And I had a buddy that is an electrician that walked me through it over the phone. So I couldn't record that anyway because he was walking me through it on my phone. And here is the condensation tube. And that first day and a half, 2 days, that thing was just steady. It was like a water faucet that was on. It was funneling water out of it. I didn't bolt it down. I probably should have. And I'm gonna have to put something out here beside of it to keep the weeds killed down so they don't get sucked up against this part. But I cannot express how happy that I am with this unit so far. I've only had it a couple weeks. It's been a couple of weeks since I made the first part of this video, but oh my gosh, what a game changer for me. A wealth of knowledge that I got before I researched this upside down and backwards before I decided to install my own mini split. And one place I found a wealth of knowledge is on YouTube. A guy called DIY HVAC Guy. I will leave a link to his video, one of his videos on the mini split, in the description. And then if you want to find more, you just search his channel or type in DIY HVAC Guy on and then mini split, and that should take you to some of his videos. Now that guy, I had to watch quite a few videos to feel like I got everything that I needed to make me confident that I could do this job. But it comes pre-charged with Freon. The line set is pretty much, if you've had any experience at all with compression fittings, you just snug them up, tighten them up. As soon as you tighten them up, as soon as you get everything mounted and you tighten the fittings up, you don't have to try to break them off, but make sure you get them good and tight. That's my experience. Because when you take an Allen wrench and go into the end of the valve and open that valve with an Allen wrench to turn the Freon loose from the compressor, I had a leak. All I had to do is go back through and tighten it up just a little bit tighter, and the leak stopped. And it's been 2 weeks, I think now, and this thing is killing it. It is. If you put it on 62 and turn the fan on high, it feels like you're walking into a walk-in refrigerator. That's what somebody said the other night. It felt like they were walking into the beer cooler at the convenience store. Frost comes up on, or condensation comes up on all the windows early in the morning. And I'm running it too cold. I mean, I'm running it too much. But you go without air conditioning for a year, and you're like a big guy like me, it's nice to have it cool and frosty in the house. So, that's the only thing I can think of to help you guys out is where I got my knowledge from, the DIY HVAC Guy. Now, even in his videos, it said it didn't really matter which way you went with the electrical, but there was one side had eyelets, the other side had straight fingers. The straight fingers on this unit have to go to the inside. The eyelets need to be on the outside, or it's going to be a mess. So eyelets to the outside, and the little hooks go to the outside. The straight fingers go to the inside, and that'll make it so much easier to hook up. Another thing that I'll point out that I did learn that helped me out a lot is, I can't remember the colors of the wires because it's been about 2 weeks, but if you do, I can't remember the colors, but if you do red, white, black, and green, I think is what they were. I put pictures up. Red, white, black, and green on the inside. You need to start from left to right and do red, white, black, and green again on the outside, regardless of the corresponding colors. Whatever they are on the inside, they need to be on the outside. And that was a major help, because that, you know, that was a really key piece of information I needed to know. And other than that, I mean, that's all it is. Hanging it on the wall like a picture. Making sure you drill your holes in the right place, because I did not. I should have moved mine down about 4 inches further. But it is what it is. I was trying to keep it in the corner of the closet, which it didn't matter. I should have went on down 4 inches further anyway. And it's simple. For if you've got any kind of mechanical skills at all, it should be pretty simple installation. And as far as it was less than $1,500 what I gave for it off Amazon. The link to everything is in the description. And if you click on that link, I really appreciate it. It helps me out. If you just want to look and see the price, if you want to see the different, because they have all kind of different sizes, you know. But the 24,000 BTU, love it. Absolutely love it. I want to build a shop one day. When I build a shop, it's definitely getting one of those, if not one on each side, depending on how big the shop is going to be built. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling on. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. And if you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.